All right, on to the fun ones. F of x equals 2 times x plus 3 squared. So let's go ahead and sketch this. Pardon me. Gross. All right, what's the mother? The mother is x squared. What does that plus 3 do inside the function? What does that do? Well, that shifts it to the left by 3. So I know that vertex has now been moved to the left by 3, so I'm going to have a point right there. Why did it move it to the left? Well, ask yourself, what x value need you plug in to this function to make the inside of the function 0? So to make that x plus 3, lost you. To make that x plus 3, what I'm referring to as the inside of the function, you would need negative 3. You need to plug in negative 3 for x to get negative 3 plus 3 is 0. Why do we care about it being 0? Well, because that's where that parabola will have its lowest point. Because the lowest number that you can get out of a square root is 0, and it only happens when you square 0. So whenever x makes that inside 0, that's where we have our low point, so our low point is right there. Now the only other issue is that we have that 2 out front. And what's it doing? It's quite literally multiplying it. So if you think about the normal parabola, if that point on there is normally at 1, 1, for the same x value, I'm now multiplying that y value. So I'm multiplying that y value of 1, so it's now a y value of 2. So that point has to be right there. And I know I should have a symmetrical point right there. What else? What if I went one more over to the right? Well, on my mother, let's say mother, you're going up there. On my mother, my next point would be 2, 4. So now when I go 2 to the right of that vertex, since that's what I'm doing, I'm just using the mother as a reference here. When I go 2 to the right, I'm normally up 4, but now I have to double that distance that I go up. So instead of going up 4 from the vertex, I have to be up 8 from the vertex, all because of that multiplier of 2 right there. So I have to be up 8, so I'm going to be like, oh my goodness, I can't even draw this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yikes, I am all the way up here, and then again, I have to have a symmetrical point over here. So grows. Look how quickly it's growing. That's what happens when you put a coefficient greater than 1 in front of a function. It's going to grow way more quickly. Is it going to affect the domain? No. You can still plug in any x value, add 3 to it, square it, and multiply it by 2. No problem. So domain is still going to be all real numbers. Range is still all positive numbers. We haven't shifted anything up or down. We still have our lowest point at the y value of 0. So we're just going to get y values such that y is greater than or equal to 0. And you could do it in interval notation as well. 0 with a bracket, comma, infinity with a parenthesis.